Welcome back, guys. So today I'm doing something a little different. I headed to the river where is well known. It's well known for steelhead fishing, but obviously steelhead's closed. Today is the opening for cutthroat season on the coastal rivers. There are rivers throughout Oregon where you can fish year round for cutthroat and whatnot, but not the coastal rivers. I always have a lot of fun fishing these coastal rivers because me and the wife, we go to a lot of different coastal towns, and now I will finally be able to fish those rivers for cutthroat trout when I bring my fly rod with me. But yeah, I got some flies from Kyle from Oregon Fishing Adventures. So I'm going to try those. Throw some little nymphs with my smaller fly rod. And then I got my other bigger fly rod. I'm going to be throwing some woolly buggers and some other bug types that I have to see if, I don't know, I'm going to try a lot of different flies to see if I can't catch fish on multiple flies. I also brought my ultralight Fenwick spinning rod that I'm going to be throwing some spinners with. You never know what's going to happen. I know I'm going to catch fish today. I just feel it. I never get skunked here, even if I just catch some little trout. Either way, I'm going to catch some fish. So come along and let's see how I do. Alright, got my 3 fishing rods. My fly rod is just a cheap Martin Caddis Creek. It's caught me a lot of fish. It caught me my PB cutthroat, which was 13 inches out of this section of the river. Man, that was quite a few years back. It was back when I lived up here in LC, back on Lobster Creek Road. My sister was living up there, and we came up here to live with her for a little while. Then we ended up getting a better situation, and we moved. The river's pretty low, but there's a deep spot over there that I have done very well on. But yeah, I'm going to catch some trout in here. That's a guaranteed. I always do. It's very rare when I get skunked here. Definitely rare. So we'll see what happens. I'll just put my shit right here. This will work. I won't have my net. I'm going to start off with my small rod because that one is set up with, I got a woolly bugger on that rod down there. This one's set up with a small soft hackle nymph. I'm going to go small. I'm going to go with the nymph first and see what happens. But yeah, this is my telescopic eagle claw rod. Very lightweight. It's very small. I believe it's only a 6-foot rod. Yeah, I do believe it's only a 6-foot rod. This looks like a cool spot to come stand out on, this little rocky bar. Get away from the trees. Alright, this is the very first day that cutthroat season's opened up on this river. I might even find some steelhead riggins. I like doing a little side cast like that a lot of times. I have done super well here in the past. Oh, and if you didn't, hey, there's a little fish jumped up there. If you didn't know this already, on this river, on most your coastal rivers, for the most part, you can keep 2 trout per day, 8 inches or bigger. And they're going to be native fish. They're not stock rainbows from the hatchery. I don't keep too many, but I do keep a few because they do taste really good. I mean, if you're into eating trout and trout that is native, that's not farm raised, it's definitely good eating fish. Alright, I'm going to throw on a spinner and let's see what happens. I'll come back to the flies. They've probably seen this fly floating through a few times. They know it's not really a bug, so. But anyway, guys, I'm going to show you the fly a little bit, what I've been using. This right here is a soft tackle. I order these off Amazon. It's one of my favorite nymphs to use. It's a good little nymph. Normally, I was getting bites, but they weren't sticking. I just found a lure. Looks like a rooster tail. I mean, I really don't want to put my hand in the water, so I'm going to use my rod. See if it'll hook the hook. I moved it. Does it have a hook? Come on. Alright, I made the water too dirty now. Guys, what I got tied on is a panther martin. Boy, some of these rocks you stand on it get slippery. Alright, now I need to remember where I saw that lure. I remember seeing it up here a little bit. And it was close to the edge of the bank. There it is. It's a looks like a chartreuse lure. I'm dragging the bottom. How am I not getting it? Got it that time. There is a hook on it. Pretty rusty. Alright, I guess I'll let some line out so I can get to it. Well, I guess the hook's really not that bad. I bet you it's still hook fish just fine. But it's an actual rooster tail. Cool. I'll take it. Another one of my favorite things to do is when the river is low like this. During steelhead season, you couldn't really do this because you're almost chest deep in water right here. That you can slip and fall, which is really fun to do. If you guys are not into that, just come here and you can do that a lot. But anyway, you can just walk up the river most of the places you're at. You don't really have to hit the bank and go up the trail and then hit the main trail and keep going. You can just walk up the river. You can tell it's really shallow. Right in here you can see the bottom almost all the way across. I've seen a few steelhead beads from steelhead fishing, but it's an area that I didn't really want to get them. So a lot of times I'll pull them out of the river because most of the time they're connected to a hook that is probably either laying on the bottom or snagged on the bottom. One of the things I do when I'm cutthroat fishing is I do like to get a lot of that gear out of the river. Okay guys, this spot has produced for me. So you guys can see there's like a deep spot over there, and it gets deep a little bit up in here. I've caught quite a few trout here in the past. It's been a few years since I fished it, but there's a trout in here. Boy, that leader's a little rough. I think it'll be all right. Because with this fast water, a lot of times there's fish that like to hang out up and in there. Right down here at the bottom, right around in there, there's a lot of times there's a lot of trout that hang out. I've hooked many trout on the edge. And another thing I'm looking for when I'm out here on the trails at this area is there has been cougars spotted, I mean, quite a few times. So definitely want to be alert, look on the ground, but keep your eyes up because you want to be alert because cougars are quiet. A lot of times you will not even know they're there. So if you can see an area on the ground and you see prints and you notice there's a print without claws, it's most likely a cat, because cats don't use their claws when they're walking. If there is claws, it's most likely either someone's pet, dog, or it's a coyote. But I always look for coyote tracks and cougar tracks. I have actually been growled at on this very trail I'm on right now. I have been growled at before. Definitely had my hair sticking up, I will say that. But yeah, there's a tip for you guys when you're walking the trails and you're in an area that has a history of seeing quite a few cougars. Keep your eyes out. Little gray squirrel, a brown squirrel right there. Look at that cute little guy. He thinks he's a statue. Don't worry, man, I'm not hunting you. Pretty cool though. Do you move? Are you alive? All right. I'll slowly walk backwards. He wants me to think he's dead. I'm gonna steal. All right, I'm gonna go steal all your nuts. I'm gonna steal your food. No? No blinks? No movements? Boy, there's some good tapestry up here. Someone just bringing dead squirrels up here and just setting them on trees. Crazy. Oh nope, he took off. I knew he wasn't dead. I was just being dumb. I guess I wouldn't really say it's being dumb, but I'm sure you know what I mean. All right, so what I noticed right when I got down to the deep hole is there was a car already in the parking lot when I got here. I didn't know if it was just a guy walking his dog or what, but apparently it's another fly fisherman. So there's somebody else had the same idea as I did. So I'm gonna let him have that hole, and if he's not there when I come back up the trail, then I'll stop there and see if I can't hook anything over there, because I didn't really want to fish the hole he was at. I wanted to walk across, and there is this log that laid down, and that created a kind of a deep hole, and I know that along that log quite a few fish like to just chill. So I was just gonna hopefully plan on going up there and seeing about catching some fish. But yeah, so right now I have never really fished for cutthroat this far back of the trail, so let's see what happens. I fished steelhead back here, way far back here, once last year, and then once the year before. I'm normally fishing with my dad, so I try not to do big hikes like this to try and find fishing spots, but I'm by myself, and heck, it's great exercise. So all right, I'm gonna go and see if I can't find me a spot to fish. All right guys, I made it. And if you guys are wondering, if you guys see how deep this area is, underneath this log and whatnot, there is some nice cutthroat that have pulled up here in the past. I have a video on my Facebook. Yeah, I think it is on my Facebook and not on my YouTube. It was before I really started filming for YouTube. I hooked my biggest one right in here. So let's see if there's still some nice fish that hang out over here. Many times in the past there has been. So ooh, that was a nice one. Did you guys see that? I bet you that one was keeper size. Wow. There is some decent fish in here, that's for sure. He chased that all the way up to the bank. Hit it right on top of the water too. I don't know if he'll hit again. I don't know where he was hanging out at, but he definitely wanted my lure. I wasn't recording, but as soon as my fly hit the water, this little guy grabbed it. You know, it's best for you guys to calm down. Look at that beautiful fish. Nice native fish. Get my hook out of your mouth, buddy. And let's let you go back. Yeah, my fly hit the... As soon as it hit the water, he came up and slammed my fly. I wonder if the ones right here are actually hungry. I just did this and I went to pull back and I pulled them right, yanked them right out of the water. So let's see if there isn't any more right in here that are hungry. If not, maybe a bigger one than that. Got that one. He's not a big guy, but he's a fish. Ooh, a big one just came out right underneath of him. What? There's a big guy. It looked like he was going to come up and eat this guy. Some kind of a big fish. My guess is it's a trout. Wow, that was a nice fish, wherever it is. Alright, time for lunch. I had everything with me when I was down there on the water. In case when I was down there and I wanted to eat, I would just make it there. I got me a burner. I got one of these. I'm eating this for lunch. If you have not tried the stroganoff one, you should try it. It's pretty darn good. I got this small burner right here. It comes with this stand. It goes out here like this. But these are all too big. If you look at it, it can never click on the third one. So it really does not work with these. And I don't even think you can really use this with a Coleman stove. So if you know the proper burner that fits on these, let me know. This is an Ozark Trail burner, but the reason I bought it, it comes with this thing right here for the green canister, so I can use it with the green canisters too, not just these ones. I got company. Both.
Are you going to fish here?
Oh, I have been fishing all morning, and I'm going to eat lunch and probably get back to it. I don't care, you can fish anywhere. Older gentleman came up here, and I guess he's just making his way down the river, doing some trout fishing. It's crazy, that's the third fisherman I've seen today, and today's the first day you can fish this river. So apparently there's been people waiting. But yeah, he gets here and he's like, hey, can I fish here? Why can't you fish here? I don't own the river. I ain't one of those guys. Anyway, I'm gonna eat some lunch and head to a new spot. Alright, it should be ready. Oh, that's super cool. I didn't put too much water in it. Sometimes I put too much water in these things. That's what it looks like right here. That's what the finished part looks like. Stroganoff and mushroom sauce. Taken these things hunting before. It's pretty hot. That's good. I'm gonna eat this, and then I'm gonna get fishing. I'm gonna go probably do another spot. Don't know if I'm gonna go downriver or if I'm gonna go actually upriver. Downriver, I'm gonna kind of stay here, and there's this trail here that takes me to a few other spots, or I might head upriver to a couple of parks that I know I've caught fish at. But anyway, next time you'll see me, I'll be at the bank fishing. Okay guys, well, I am here at the last spot I'm going to fish. Water's decently deep. I think I might hook a fish. I have hooked fish here before, so I know that it can be done. So here I am walking around the trail, and yeah, fishing's been slow. It's been an absolute blast today though. I just feel blessed, honestly, to be in a situation where I can just go fishing on my days off, kind of like whenever I want to. And I got a wife that supports that. Without fishing, I don't even know if I could even be happy. I mean, everybody's got one of those things where if they don't do it, they can't be happy. So I do it a lot. It makes me happy. Being out here in the wilderness, doing things like that, is what truly motivates me to do anything. I love being in the woods. Hunting, fishing, hiking, doesn't really matter. I don't need a fishing pole. Just out there hiking, looking at nature. Almost hearing nothing. The road's right above me, so I do hear cars, but yeah, like I said, I just love doing this, and hopefully I can catch a fish at my last spot before I have to head home. Tomorrow the wife and I are going to hit the coast. Looking forward to that. But if you take a look, normally I can walk down there on those rocks, and there's that dark water is somewhat deep towards the left a little bit, and I've caught quite a few fish. This trail goes all the way down here into these flat rocks, and it takes me up there where I want to go. So At least I'll get to where I want to go. I am not walking on those. I know that that is slick. So it wasn't on camera, but I was at the first spot and I should have known better. I stepped on this rock and next thing you know, I'm on the ground with my right arm all the way in the water. So half of my arm got wet. But hey, if I didn't have these waders on, I'd be a lot more wet. But anyway, it's looking pretty nice down here. Wasn't that far up there where I hooked some nice fish, and I'll be able to get all the way up there and around. So I'm gonna catch fish, I'm hoping. Well, stay with me, guys. All right, guys, I tied this guy on. It's a steelhead fly. It's definitely not ideal for a rod this light to be tossing this kind of fly, because you know it is heavy. It'd be better with my 5 weight, but this is what I got right now. Definitely not easy. I'm getting it out there. There we go. There's a fish. There's a fish on the jig. I mean on the steelhead fly. Got me a fish, guys. Steelhead fish fly. Steelhead fly fish. Right on, guys. I had a feeling I'd catch one. A lot of these might be small fish, but they're really colorful looking fish. Really cool looking fish. There you go, buddy. I had a feeling if I was to put this thing on there, I'd hook something in here. It sinks down in the water. A little awkward casting, but the tip of this rod's just too limber. There we go. Well, guys, I came to the unanimous decision between me and the fish that I'm gonna call it a day. I honestly feel like it was a very successful day because I came out here with zero expectations like I normally do when I'm fishing for cutthroat, because you don't always catch them. But I did catch some. I caught no keeper size ones. I wasn't really going to plan on keeping one today. If I was going to do a catch and cook, I might have kept in one, but I already brought food to eat. So I'm out of here. I got a little hike. I got to walk up, way up over there where it's calm, and go up and around on those rocks and walk up and get to the truck. But yeah, like I was saying, what a good day, what a successful day. I really enjoy this fishery. I haven't really done it in a while. It's been like 2 years, I think. Last year, slippery rocks. Last year, me and the wife came up here, and we were actually just on a road trip. Pretty much went from Salem all the way to Walport, through, you know, Corvallis, Eugene. Then we went to Philomath, Alsea, came here and fished. And then we went all the way down the Alsea River. We hit Walport, and then we went from there. But that was a fun day. But yeah, that was the only time I caught a cutthroat last year. Dang it, man. Some of these rocks you just can't stand on. But anyway, before I fall on my ass and you guys see me do it, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna get out of here, like I said. But anyway, you guys, don't forget, hit subscribe for more adventures to come. Anyway, guys, I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and catch you guys on the next one.